If your apps and websites didn't use caching, your experience would be painfully slow. Caching happens everywhere, whenever you use the internet or even when your device is offline. So let's understand what it is and how it works. Caching means storing data that might be used again closer to where it's needed. If you open YouTube again and again, it doesn't make sense to re download all the images, styles, and your login info every single time. So your device or browser stores a copy for quick retrieval. So a cache is small, fast, temporary storage that keeps a copy of data you use frequently. So the system doesn't need to fetch it from the slower original source. This single idea makes computers, browsers, apps, and entire websites feel very fast. When your system needs something, it checks the cache first. If the data isn't there, it's a cache miss. The system fetches it from the original source and saves the copy into the cache for next time. If the data is in the cache, it's a cache hit. The system gets it instantly. Hits are fast, misses are slow because they have to go to the original source. There are various types of caches that are being used every day. We will cover some of them today. CPU cache. It stores tiny pieces of data the CPU needs repeatedly, so it doesn't have to fetch them from the much slower RAM. This cache is built on or very close to the CPU chip itself. CPU cache works because of two principles: temporal locality, where recently used data is likely to be needed again, and in spatial locality, if you access one memory location, nearby data like the next array element will probably be needed soon. Then we have browser cache. Your browser stores images, CSS, JavaScript, fonts, logos, thumbnails of websites in browser cache. That's why YouTube or Instagram loads faster the second time. The browser doesn't reload everything, it reuses cached files. Server cache. When a server needs data, say user details, instead of hitting the database every time, it checks an in memory cache like Redis. If it's a cache hit, then it returns the cache data. If it's a cache miss, the server fetches the data from the database, then stores a copy in Redis, so the next request becomes fast. CDN cache. This is Internet's global caching layer. A CDN or content delivery network stores static files like images, videos, and CSS around the world closer to users. A user in India doesn't fetch your image from a server in the US. They fetch from a nearby CDN node in milliseconds. This is why global websites work fast. Now let's see how caches decide what to keep and what to delete. Caches are small. They can't store everything. So they follow rules to decide what to evict. First principle is LRU, least recently used. Remove the item you haven't touched in the longest time. Second, we have least frequently used or LFU. Remove the item you rarely use. And then we have FIFO, first in, first out, where cache removes the oldest entry. These strategies help caches stay effective without bloating. Caches are everywhere. They exist at the hardware level, browser level, server level, and internet level, all working silently to speed up your experience. That's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.